Hey everyone, our presentation is on inhalant abuse in middle school students. I'm Karen Orozco.
My name is Rachel Joyce.
I'm Colleen Boltz. And I'm Alex Termans.
So inhalants are chemicals that can be found in the workplace or in house products. People inhale these chemicals on purpose in order to get high. Immediate effects that indicate signs of inhalant use are slurred speech, drunken appearance, dilated pupils, disorientation, nausea, or disinterest in food. Long-term effects include serious damage to organs such as the kidneys or liver. Inhalants can damage the lungs and heart permanently. Detection and diagnosis of inhalant use is extremely difficult because there are no laboratory tests that can be done to detect the use of solvents. The best way to diagnose inhalant use disorder is based on heavy suspicion and warning signs that someone has been using. According to the National Survey of Drug Use and Health in 2010, 793,000 people in the United States population 12 and older tried inhalants for the first time. Of this population, 68.4% were 18 and under. Around 9% or 22 million Americans 12 and older have used inhalants in the past. In 2013, it was reported that after marijuana and pain relievers, inhalants were the first drug used before initiation of illicit drug use. It has been reported that the youth population and American Indians and Alaska Natives have the highest rate of use. Although the prevalence is substantial, rates of use have decreased since 2006. The youth population, especially children in poverty, are at higher risk for inhalant use because of the low cost, large availability, and accessibility within the household. Inhalant abuse has been associated with childhood abuse, school dropout, low grades, and poor socioeconomic status. Use has been seen in both urban and rural populations. Physical effects include damage to the nerve fibers and brain cells. Inhalants cause impairment, which then cause poor decision-making and destructive behavior in children and adolescents. If children choose to use inhalants in their youth, they have an increased risk of using drugs in their adulthood. Asphyxiation, suffocation, seizures, coma, cardiac arrest, and fatal injuries are all risks associated with inhalant use.
So the program we chose to cover was the NIPC, and it stands for the National Inhalant Prevention Coalition. It was founded in 1992 in Austin, Texas by a company called Synergies. Their overall goal is to reduce the amount of inhalant use among child and adolescents. Funding for this agency is from the government agencies around the local areas, organizations, and then there's also donations that they accept. They collaborate with local police departments, local businesses, trade associations, poison control centers, school systems, faith groups, and other facilities that vary from community to community. Some of the resources they make available on our website is Viewpoint, the free quarterly newsletter. They have an inhalant education program. They have current inhalant trends, information on treatment facilities for inhalant abuse, and numerous other assets. The NIPC has reported that the highest rates in abuse of inhalants are in young Caucasian males, and other high groups that are at risk include American Indians and Hispanics. The program that we chose to go over is the National Inhalant Prevention Awareness Week. It's an annual media-based program that takes place in the second week of March. Their main goal is to provide a comprehensive education to the public about inhalant use, abuse, and risks. Their activities include Have the Talk, Inhalant Use Prevention Kits, Signs and Symptoms, Resource Day, Recovery Day, Memory Day, Prevention 365, and many more that they're still working on. The demographics are going to be the same for the NIPC. They're focusing on the younger population, specifically in middle school students. Funding is also provided by the National Institute of Drug Abuse, and the other portion comes from organizations and donations in local communities. The success of NEPA has been shown to have a decrease in inhalant use among the youth. However, we cannot imply this change is solely due to this program alone.
Okay, so the Healthy People 2020 objective that relates most to the goals of our agency falls under the substance abuse category. It is to reduce the proportion of adolescents who use inhalants. The data for this objective shows an overall decrease in abuse of inhalants among adolescents aged 12 to 17. You can see here that the data ranged from 4% of youth in 2008 to 2.6% in 2012. So the main way this program intends to decrease use is through prevention through education. It focuses on educating youth about the dangers of inhalants so they can better handle the situation when they're exposed. NEPA has over 2,000 organizations from 46 states that take part in this week. The week can be customized to the specific community and consists of things like games, quizzes, open dialogue, speeches, and educational activities. Overall evidence shows that there's been a decrease in youth inhalant abuse over the years. So in terms of regulations and policies in place for inhalants, there hasn't been much progress made specifically for these substances. In most states, it's illegal to misuse or abuse products for purposes of intoxication. For example, in Virginia, it's considered a Class 1 misdemeanor. In schools, most policies address alcohol, narcotics, illicit drugs, but fail to mention inhalants. Another idea policymakers have come up with is to regulate how manufacturers formulate these products. By removing all abusable substances and adding irritants, it makes inhalants less addictive and more unpleasant to inhale. However, there's no solid legislation on this.
So the NEPA program has reached out to many parents of teens that are unaware of the dangers of inhalant abuse. People Against Inhalant Network, or PAIN, is an online community devoted to helping those who have lost loved ones and to promote awareness about inhalant abuse. The NEPA program is set around 1 week in March of continuous flow of information, and each day has a specific aspect of inhalant abuse that is designed for parents and children to go through together in a non-confrontational way. And this helps the children to get the information from someone who's knowledgeable and helps them make the right decisions, which helps achieve less of inhalant abuse. And as you can see, the rates of inhalant abuse are decreasing from 2012 to 2013. This program has low expense costs because it's self-administered. Therefore, people can choose how they want to go along with the program. All right, and how this program relates to It Takes a Village to Raise a Child. It just takes numerous collaborative efforts to properly educate and raise a child. So with this program, parents and teachers could both successfully educate adolescents about the dangers of inhalant abuse with balanced day-to-day issues so that they don't tune out or feel overwhelmed. And by having a website and message boards, adolescents could explore the dangers that they may encounter among their peers together. In addition, children can also learn from other people's mistakes, by connecting with people who have already abused, and then that would demonstrate like a valuable life lesson to have people who have already been there. NEPA could also help raise a child in the community aspect because they can connect with their community in the prevention program and promote healthy interactions with other people and reinforce good behaviors and manners.
That's it.